Welcome again to Excellent Stitches. Now I believe all of you know those parts. The first, the how to cut the front and the back part of the top, your senator wear. Now for the video, I did not remove the whole sound totally because there are some parts I was actually talking when I was doing it because I don't have much time to do a good editing. And two, the app I'm using, CapCut, is not being paid for. I don't have the my ATM here with me. So this is just the front and the back. After cutting it, I overlay the front to the back by pressing. For the shoulder slant, I go in by 3.5 inches. For some persons, I use 3 inches. Some persons use 2 inches. Where the recording is more important, I allowed you to hear the voice. Why the other I go part in here by 3/4 inches. Here I went in by you can use half inches by 0.75. For me, I like going by some persons use half inches. After that, I place the back to the front and give it a good press. Working with shoulder 18, neck 18, chest 46, length 35, which is already cut. So for shoulder 18, 18 divided by 2 will give me 9. This is a 9. And this is my half inches for seam allowance. That's half inch for seam allowance. When I divided the shoulder into 2, I got 9 inches. It's of two ways to cut this. Some persons might have their own way. Some will come here by saying, measure the length from here to here. Transfer whatever you have there. Transfer whatever you have here down here. And rule a straight line to connect the both of them. Some persons go by this. But I don't go by this. It is either you're going through here, or me, I'm coming through here. So what I do is I divide my shoulder into 2, which is 9, 18, 9. And I remove 1 inch or half inch based on the client, based on how big or how small the client is. For this one, I'm going to take away half inch, and 1 inch, sorry, which will give me this. From here, I just hold a straight line. If I'm checking from here, I have 9.5. I have 9.5. If you're measuring from here, it depends, like I said. I have two ways I measure. I measure either from here or from here. To measure from here, I remove I divide it and I remove 1 inch, which gives me this, 8.5. Whichever way, both of them works, but I like using here. So if I measure my chest is 46. This is 44, 46, which is 11.5. This is 46 for my chest. I leave seam allowance. I like leaving 1 inch or 1.5 inch. From this chest measurement, not the seam allowance, from the chest measurement, I go to the shoulder, original shoulder measurement. I have how many inches? 10 inch. Let me draw the line first so you see. Remember, I connect the line from the original shoulder and the original chest. Then you measure how many inches you have here, 10 inch. I divide my 10 inch by 2, I have 5. For me, I go in by 2 inches. Now, if you look at it from this straight line, if you are coming in from this straight line, which is the other pattern, you still have a 1 inches you are removing from there. So whether you use this pattern or this pattern, both of them works. The difference is that if you're using this one, it takes you a bit down, and if you're using here, it goes a bit. This one takes you a bit up, and this one takes you a bit down. That's the two difference. So from here, I use my armhole ruler and I do my curve, as simple as that. The curve has to cut through the seam allowance, through the 2 inches, and through the shoulder. So I have this here. So like I said, after that, I go on to do the measurement for the tummy and the slit. Then I went ahead to cut it off. For those asking me how I cut my neck, how many inches I use, how did I divide it? I've told you before, I don't do those divisions for neck cutting. For my neck cutting, I've told you, I don't do those divisions. I do a box frame method. I use a box frame method. No, this box frame method I'm talking about, it is a language I derived for myself as a tailor. I saw it to be easy for me, and I use it that way. So I call it a box frame method. For me to do that, first, this is the neck. I go in by just 2 inches here. For the top, I come in by 1.5 inch. 2 inches and 1.5. Then I cut from here a small triangle. I push it out here. That is the only mark I give here. I don't do more than this. I believe you can see the mark there. Let me put the camera on so you see it well. This is the cut I give here, 2 inches, 1.5 inches. So I just do this V to cut out here. So I can be able to amend this shoulder to sew the shoulder effortlessly. So let me continue from there. Since I have done this, the next thing I need to do now is to prepare the top. So from here, I proceed to the preparation of the top, which is first to cut the half back. I cut the half back, I cut the background, I place it here, half back, background. Then I come to the front, I attach my gum. After that, I join them together. After the joining, I'm going to proceed to the cutting of the neck. So let me do that quick. Please, if this video is helpful, help me and subscribe, share and like. Thank you. For the neck, like, oh no. Don't forget, please, if you find the video interesting, help me subscribe, share, and like. It will go a long way encouraging me to do more for you so we can learn together. So now for the neck, you know how to do the bias forming of the neck. All I did was to fold it. You can begin by creating a square and dividing it in two like a triangle. You already know that. So the difference now between the one I did now for the invisible stitch and the other one you do is, the other one some of you use, after folding you use 1.5, 1.2, but I use 2 inches here. You can see me, I use 2 inches all through. Instead of using 1.5 or thereabout, lesser than that, I use 2 inches. Now after that, I draw the line and I cut out. Now after the cutting, I give it a good press to make sure it is a bit smooth. Then I fold it in two. I iron it to the center. After the ironing, I include my hemming gum at the middle. Note, I want the hemming gum to feel everywhere. You know, the hemming gum is one of the tools that helps it to turn and stick well. So after inserting the hemming gum, I close it together and I give it a good heat press. Please, when you are doing this part, don't be in a haste. Take your time and make sure you achieve a good job. It's better you take time to make a good job than to be fast and you make errors. Although sometimes I do that, but it's good to take your time to do that. So here it is. But now note, you see what I'm doing there? What I have there is 2 inches. I'm supposed to sew with half inches, then turn it over by 1.1 1/4. So if I leave the 2 inches to be too much, hence I trim it. I trim out 1/4 of it. Now this is me after joining the front and the back. I did the other pattern where I did the shoulder separate. So I open the shoulder and then I proceed to giving it a good press to make sure it is smooth. Now this is where the major work begins. Note, you have to press it and make sure everything is relaxed before you go to the neck where I use the box frame method. So listen to the box frame. I'm going to pick this front and this front. I join it together. Then I pick the two back together. This is it. The two fronts and the two back. Now place it this way, making sure it's aligned. I like my close fits. Now once it is aligned, I use my iron and I press this line. Because this is where the bracket is going to come in. Okay, now over to the box frame method I talked about. For the box frame method, some person said last time that I did not use the inches. Let me bring the camera more closer. Sorry. So I believe you can all see what I'm doing from here. Okay, it's very, very firm now. So from here, I'm going to be using 2 inches. The reason I'm using 2 inches here is that I don't want the back to be too wide. This is 2 inches. Using 2 inches here. From here to here, I'll use 5 inches. So I mark from here down here, 5 inches. And I go in by 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches. Now see what I'm going to do. Remember, this is 2 inches. This is 2.5, which is supposed to come here. And I roll it out here. Now this is the box. This is what I call the box frame. Using one side. You can decide to use two sides for the box to do a complete box. But I use one side because I want to use one stone to kill the two birds. So using one side to cut the other side, which is called the pattern cut. Hence, now this is where the work comes in. I don't want the neck to be too standing at the back, so I'm going to come in a bit by. You can go in by half inches. You can go in by 3/4. I'm going in by half inches. I went in by half inches. So I'm going to connect this one from here to here. I'm going to connect from here to here. For here, it depends on what you want. If you want the neck to be straight, you take it here. If you want it a bit curved, this is where everything comes in. For the one I'm doing, I want it curved. So what will I do? I use my curve. I introduce my curve here. I take it in from here a bit. I just need a small angle there. Now you can see what I did here. This is not up to half inches. It's not up to half inches. This side does not actually have any measurements. Anyone you want to use, depending on how deep or how you want it to be, that is what you use there. For here, I use half inches. So I'm going to connect this half inches from here down to this place. So this is the neck. Now you have to measure to confirm if the neck is correct. What I'm using, the neck I'm using is 18 inches. The neck I'm using is neck 18 inches. Neck 18 inches. So I want to confirm if it's 18. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and half, which is not complete. This is 17. So because it's 17, I have to extend it again. So I extend it and make sure it is accurate to 18 inches. After which, I'm going to cut out. Can you even see what I'm doing now? Can you see the shape of the neck? To analyze the shape of the neck, see what we got. So if you open the neck, this is what you are going to be seeing there. So that is how it is. Now let me remove it so you can see. From the two angles here, I'm going to pull it down here. Can you see how round the neck is? Did you see the shape of the neck? This is how to get a perfect neck, stress-free. Don't stress yourself trying to do so many measurements. Just do this and get it exactly. Now, from here, I'm going to continue by drafting out for my placket because I want to use a placket here. So for the placket, I put the slit in 7 inches and I use 15 inches or 16 for my placket. Hey! I thought I was doing the video since. I did not know that I did not press play. Please permit me, there was a little error here. I thought I was videoing, but I didn't press the play button. But just listen. What I did is explanatory. Simple. Pay attention to the details. Although I might be doing it again for you when I'm showing the next one. So just listen to it. You understand it perfectly. That long strip I cut first. I carried it like this, and I place it down. I place it down to the neck. Then I sew carefully around the neck. That is what I did. I just sew it carefully around the neck. Sorry, I believe you understand. I didn't know I did not press play, and the thing was not playing. It was not recording. I'm sorry about that, but it's self-explanatory. So that is it. That's one I cut. The neck I cut 2 inches and I remove 1/4 from it. This is it. So I'm sewing with will I call this 1/4 because it's not up to half, it's 3/4. Half. It's not up to half now. How do we measure it? Before the half, that line that is there. So this is it here. This is what I used to sew. I just sew it round, small. Can you see it? Making sure the back and the front are together. After that, I'm just going to go in. Push this one up. Take this one down. Now you see it is covering behind the line. Then your seam should go inside this place. It should not come out. So that's how you're going to do all of them till you are done. And take your time to do it. Let me proceed to the table. So after that, like I've explained, I carefully sew it round using the same measurement. Note, I use half inches. It's left for you. If you want the neck to be very wide, you can use 1 inch. Then you have to cut it wider. This is where mathematics comes in. But if you want the neck to be accurate and equal after you're done with the sewing, please be careful with the amount of inches you use. Be careful, use your eye to gauge it, or you can probably use your ruler to and your chalk to chalk it out so you don't make a mistake. So this is me now. After the sewing, I continue to give it a good press
from the inside, but from the outside, you see the way I carefully place the seam inside, not reflecting here. So now we'll proceed to the table for ironing. What I'm doing first, we place the neck down this way. We give it a good press here, so the shape can form. That turning you used to do at first, after the cutting, that piping that you used to do and turn, this is where you do it. I believe you're understanding me.
Please, in this part, take your time to iron it. Don't be so much in a haste. Just take your time to give it a good press. Make sure it is well pressed and relaxed, because that is where you get the shape from.
After that, it's simple now. Place it down and look at how it forms. Now from here, first of all, give it a good press to make sure you don't see all these wrinkles. So I'm going to go in with my steel. See the way I'm holding it? I give it a press first from here. Now I press the edge, this edge first. From the shoulder, this is where I go first. Placing here down like this, I come up this way.
So you can see what I'm doing there. Taking my time to give it a good press. Like I said earlier, please, if this video is helpful to you, help me by subscribing, give me a like, and you can share it also.
Now let's see the difference. Look here. Look at this one that is iron. Look at this one that's not iron. Can you see the difference? So the same thing you do here, you do it to the side.
Please, me iron the second part of the neck to make sure it is well relaxed. Please don't forget to give me a like. Please don't forget to give me a like. Subscribe, please. Subscribe so I can do more for you. If you don't have any question after now, you can do it to ask.
Can you see how it is? Perfect and simple. From here, you can go ahead to place your placket. I believe that's okay for you for today. Okay. Thank you very much. Good. Yeah, everybody go rest. I think it's my brother this time. Go in the hands. Morning.